So, Belle Delphine just pulled off the ultimate troll on PewDiePie and a million little 9-year-olds. And the internet's reaction has been fascinating, and that's what we're gonna be talking about today. What is up, everybody? This is Chris from The Rewired Soul, where we talk about the problem, but focus on the solution. And if you're new to my channel, what I like to do typically is take different topics going on in the YouTube community or pop culture, try to see what lessons we can pull from them to improve our mental and emotional well-being. So if you're into that stuff, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. And yeah, we'll be talking about Belle Delphine, something that happened on Instagram. But before we do, make sure you follow me on Instagram and Twitter at The Rewired Soul. I love engaging with all of you beautiful people out there. All right, so this is a risky video for me. YouTube doesn't like you talking about certain things, so in an effort to try to stay monetized, I'm going to be calling a certain website P-Hub. Now don't giggle, I'm just gonna abbreviate and call it P-Hub, okay? All right, cool. So anyways, for those of you who don't know who Belle Delphine is a cosplayer who takes some risque photos, and like, I've never covered her on my channel, but a million other channels have. Like, there's been a bunch of controversy about her for a while. Things having to do with her age, things having to do with her lying to fans and not sending pictures, and just a million other things. And most recently on YouTube, I saw some people freaking out because she was like playing around with like a seemingly dead octopus and said it was her best friend. And that was kind of weird. But anyways, this girl knows how to get attention. Like, that's something that we have to give her credit for. So anyways, what happened was Belle Delphine posted this picture on Instagram, and she said, if this picture gets 1 million likes, I will finally do it. I will finally make a P-Hub account, all right? And something that a lot of people talk about is how she has a young audience who follows her on Instagram and is just trying to get a little peek, right? So anyways, they band together and they get this girl 1 million likes on Instagram. So she holds true to her promise and she makes an account on P-Hub. But people are pretty upset with her because when they went to go check out her account, they found this.
I love cream pies.
Hello. It's time for me to share one of my most deepest, darkest, saddest stories that I ever held inside and not told anyone in over 15 years. That's right, I broke my ass. It's not something I'm proud of, and I'm only making this video to make sure that this happens to no one else. I was young, I was foolish, and this could happen to anyone. Do you know where your ass is right now? You have to be aware at all times. Otherwise, you run the risk of experiencing the same pain I did long, long, long ago.
By the way, can we, in the comment section, can we give it up for my beautiful girlfriend, Tristan? I had to look at her and be like, Tristan? All right, I know you're doing homework right now, but if you look up and look at my computer monitor, I'm doing some research for a video, nothing more. How weird would that be, though, if I was just looking at that one? Okay, anyways, back to the story. So anyways, I found out about this on Twitter, and this was just like the most epic troll, but anyways, like, the reaction to me is really, really fascinating, right? Like, there's so many different reactions, and I just wanted to talk about it. So the first thing is, like, I love a good troll. I love me a good troll. So to me, this is absolutely hilarious. But anyways, her fans are not happy. Like, these young, horny dudes are not happy about what she just did. So let's take a look at some of these comments. Just mass report her account and get it taken down. She's nothing without her social media. Everyone unfollow her. Search up her name on P-Hub because she just scammed you guys. She hasn't learned from her mistakes and still continues to scam people for years. This girl who even lies about not having a boyfriend makes money from scamming lonely men who believe they have a chance with her. Okay. First off, like, I have to pause right there. Like, that's nothing new. That's nothing new. Like, God, like, okay, whatever. I'll get real with you guys for a second. In my younger days, me and my buddies, like, we go to strip clubs all the time. Like, all the time. And, like, that's what they do, right? Like, isn't that what they do? Like, they make you believe that they're actually interested in things like that. So, like, this is nothing new, and maybe these kids will learn someday that's just how the world works and things like that, you know? But, like, something I learned at a young age when I was an 18-year-old young man here in Las Vegas going to strip clubs with my friends. I'm like, they are not interested in me. No matter what, they are salespeople trying to get money from me and things like that. Sometimes I would just hang out and have conversations with them, you know what I mean? But anyways, like, that's nothing new, and these kids, they will learn. The next one says, we need to unfollow her all, and unlike everything we did, retake the clout we gave her and force her into making an actual P, because that's what people have been into ever since she started. Put her in a clout drought and feed it to her as a reward, like a little pet, when she's actually giving us what we wanted. Can we get massive unfollow, boys? She doesn't deserve it. Plus, you can just view her content without following. Like, man, like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, people are so upset. Like, God, like, this is just something that I've always just been fascinated with my kind, with men. Like, they get really angry and upset, like, with the tease and everything like that. Like, it's like, whoa, chill out. This was a troll. But what's interesting to me is, like, obviously, like, these, like, young, horny kids, you know, are very upset. I'm really interested, too, to see if PewDiePie, like, talks about this in, like, Pew News or, you know, something like that. But anyways, what's really interesting is, like, I'm looking at the response from women on Twitter about this, and that's what I think is interesting too. So you have, like, a bunch of young men who are obviously really mad, but there's, like, a bunch of young women who have probably thought Belle Delphine has been problematic for a long time, but they're, like, talking about how they stan her, right? And, like, I think that's interesting too, because we recently had the whole story about Bella Thorne. Those of you who don't know what that story is, a hacker hacked into her phone, you know, allegedly, and found, like, you know, indecent pictures that she took on her phone, threatened to leak them. Bella Thorne, she ended up leaking them herself to kind of take her power back, you know what I mean? So this is interesting here because, like, I don't know, with so much going on, and that's been going on for thousands of years since, you know, the history of men and women existing on this earth, right? Like, women, you know, taking their power back is something that's huge, right? You have the whole feminist movement and everything like that. And I feel, and maybe you ladies can help me down in the comments below and let me know if I'm, you know, on point with this, but it feels like a bunch of women, like, they're happy that Belle Delphine actually did this, you know, and did this troll, because, you know, you do have some men who are just looking at women as objects and things like that. But anyways, the next comment that I saw, and I've seen this a few times on Twitter, but this comment right here, talking about Belle Delphine mocking people in this industry, right? And, like, this is always fascinating to me too, when it just comes to, like, outrage culture, because people get offended by, like, everything. Like, a lot of comedians who I follow, like, I listen to, like, the Chris D'Elia podcast and, you know, other podcasts and things like that, but something that I remember Chris D'Elia saying, and a lot of comedians say, it's like, every joke is going to offend somebody, right? And it's just interesting to me because this is like nothing. This was harmless, and, you know, I'll talk a little bit about her just getting attention and how she's actually pretty good at it. But anyways, like, I don't think she meant to offend anybody in that realm, in that, you know, field. Like, some of her past things that she's done, like, I've seen some people in, like, the cosplay and, you know, selling pictures and videos and things like that, getting upset at the things that she was doing and, like, ripping off fans and stuff. Like, that is something to get upset about, right? Because it is tarnishing the name of that industry. But this right here, this was not nearly as deep. But anyways, this is just something like another prime example of influencers who know how to play the game, right? Like, you see this all the time, like Logan and Jake Paul, no matter what any of us think about them, those two dudes know how to get the internet talking about them, right? And this whole thing right now happening with Belle Delphine, like, regardless if you love her or hate her, she knows how to get attention. She knows how to get buzz going. She knew how to get 1 million likes on an Instagram photo, right? For this whole thing. So anyways, like, even though like I'm not a fan of Belle Delphine, like, props to her. Props to Belle Delphine for being able to pull this off. And yeah, like, even Philip DeFranco said, like, he wishes he could talk about this today, but on his Friday show, it's a little bit different. But yeah, everybody's gonna be talking about this. Hell, look at me, I'm making a video on it right now. So let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Like, what do you find interesting? Like, isn't it kind of interesting seeing like the guys' reactions versus the girls' reactions? And let me know if you think this was like offensive, all right? But anyways, that's all I got for this video. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter at The Rewired Soul. So if you're gonna unfollow Belle Delphine, follow me at The Rewired Soul, all right? But if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell because I make a ton of videos. And a huge, huge thank you to everybody supporting the channel over on Patreon. You're all amazing. And welcome to all the new patrons. You're all amazing. Those of you who are anticipating my new book coming out, if you sign up for Patreon, you get free copies. Click or tap right there, all right? Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time.